Hey, shalom, shalom, akiyam. First and foremost, I would like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah, Kodash. I would also like to give a double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, where I learned this 144% truth. I would also like to say peace and salutations to the hopeful elect, starting with the 144,000 men of Israel, which consists of the servants, the prophets, whom have been ordained since the foundations of this earth to sing this new song, which comes in the form of this gospel, which will be preached throughout all four corners of this earth and rest upon the ears of the innumerable multitude, men, women, and children of Israel, who may be scattered throughout all four corners of this earth. Shalom. Hey, shalom, beloved Akim and Akwath. It's just Bayan back again through the spirit and power and mercy of our power, Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. And I just want to get into a real brief live before I go handle some business. And regarding pretty much doing a reaction to a video that the brother Hopeful Elect 3 put up regarding this Edomite. Well, from face value, he looks like an Edomite, right? And he has a lot to say about this Edomite hegemony, man. All right, he could be a speckled bird, man. You know, he could be a speckled bird, or he could just be a Edomite, you know, complaining of his forefathers' wickedness, man. As scriptures tell us that would be the case. Scriptures tell us when you go to the book of Ecclesiasticus, all right, also known as the book of Sirach. As a matter of fact, let me start there real quick. When you go to the book of Ecclesiasticus, also known as the book of Sirach, chapter 41, and verse 7, it reads, right? And when you get this in the blue letter, Bible, the heading is the wicked. Let me see something real quick. Not the blue letter Bible, forgive me. When you get it in the Good News Bible. Let me see something real quick. As a matter of fact, let's get it there. It's about 41, GMB. So when you get Ecclesiasticus, also known as the book of Sirach, all right, chapter 41, it starts above 5, verse 5. The heading is the fate of the wicked, man. Okay, the fate of the wicked. When you jump down to verse 7, it says this: the children will put the blame for their disgrace on their ungodly parents, man. Let's go read this in the KJV. All right, Ecclesiasticus, also known as the book of Sirach, chapter 41 and verse 7 in the KJV. Right, the children will complain of an ungodly father, right, because they shall be reproached for his sake. Okay, when you go into this word reproach, it goes into what? Disapproval or disappointment. Okay, so these regular Joe six-pack proud Edomites are bearing that reproach of their forefathers, man, the founding fathers, right, as they proudly quote them. All right, the heretics that are up on Mount Rushmore, okay, so on and so forth. Okay, they're now in the position of reproach, all right, because of the iniquity of their founding fathers, man. And now everything's coming back around full circle. As we quoted yesterday, the saying, the chickens are coming home to roost. All right, everything's about to be paid back upon Esau hundredfold, man. All right, now it's to the point now where we're witnessing Esau himself. And again, we don't know if this is an Edomite. He could be a speckled bird. I mean, through the spirit, I feel like it's an ashamed Edomite. You know, pretty much just fed up with the system. You know, fed up with receiving the shit into the stick of the blessing, man. All right, and I feel like he's an Edomite that realizes that, you know, his fellow counterparts in the form of the, you know, the elite, you know, have pretty much heaped up the blessing, man. He's come to that conclusion. You know, but needless to say, hey, I'm just speaking as a man. He could be a Jake. We don't know, but we'll find out. But needless to say, he has a lot to say. All right, regarding the system, all right, regarding the standards of this place, regarding the way this place was founded, regarding the way this place has been established, man. All right, he has a lot to say. And that scriptures tell us, Psalm 64, their own tongue shall fall upon themselves, man. All right, the spirit of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai is in full effect, real time. Okay, it's in full effect, real time. And this is a testimony also, right, to Esau, Edom, right, the self-proclaimed white man's revelation. As scriptures tell us, there will come a time, he'll be revealed in his time. There'll be a specific time, right, where he'll be revealed. Matter of fact, let's go get that as well, then we'll play the clip. Let's go to 2 Thessalonians real fast. This is the book of 2 Thessalonians chapter 2. In verse 6, and it reads, and know ye now, Salakia, and now ye know, right? Let's start from the top. 2 Thessalonians chapter 2 and verse 6, and it reads, and now ye know what withholdeth, that he might be revealed in his time. Who's this he? The wicked. Watch. For the mystery of iniquity doeth already work. Only he, in the mystery of iniquities, Esau, Edom, the self-proclaimed white man. All right, look. Only he who now letteth will let, right? Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. He's the one letting this dude hide himself. He's the one putting him in the position where he can run circles around the people, but that's diminishing. All right, no longer can Esau run circles around the people, man. That covering cast, that's over the faces of all the people and the nations, is being lifted. You see? Look it. Until he be taken out of the way. You see, so his revelation goes hand in hand with him being removed from the power seat. Let's get a little more. And then shall that wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, man. And that's coming in the form of the servants, the prophets, first and foremost. All right, and also their own tongue falling upon themselves, man. All right, the Lord putting the spirit on the star witness, right? Because, you know, you got the two faithful witnesses, the southern and northern kingdom, starting with the servants, the prophets, right, that are revealing this guy. And then you got the star witness, you know, whether it be him in the form of an Edomite, like what this dude's doing through the spirit, you know what I mean? From face value, it looks like an Edomite, what have you. You know, pretty much bringing out everything we bring out. For those of you out there that think we're crazy or that we're exaggerating. All right, here it is. You have a man that's living the American dream, okay? And ultimately in the position of white privilege, right, so-called, has a lot to say regarding this place's wickedness, man, and the same stance as the men of the Lord. All right? You see that? Look it. And then shall that wicked be revealed, 2 Thessalonians 2 and 8, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming, man. All right, which is going to come in the form of those missiles and the chariot shooting concentrated laser beam fire. Okay? But as you can see, Esau being revealed, all right, goes hand in hand with his removal. You see, so this is a heavy portion of prophecy, man, that's revealing itself real time. And to Wadi Yahweh Bashim Yahushai for allowing us to see and understand this, man. Okay, this means this is a token that our salvation is drawing nigh. The reality of this place being a farce, man. The reality of the American dream being just that, a dream. Okay? Everything's coming together, Akiyama Nakwaf, man. Everything's coming together. Prophecy, all right, is being proven to be the end-all, be-all at the end of the day. You see that? And it's going to come into its perfection, man, in the days to come. All right? In the days to come, everything's going to just reach its perfection. All right? Which is going to include us being delivered up out of here, Lord willing, with the elect. All right, let's get this video real quick. Now, again, this is from the Hope for Elect 3. And this is fair use, fair use. Bear with me. All right, fair use is for educational purposes only, man. Check out this video, man. I'm gonna let the whole thing play.
This is who we've always been. The problem is that white people have their heads up their asses still. Too many of you still just don't want to accept what this is. So let me give you a history lesson of what this shithole country is. And if you don't like that, then you could ship your ass back to England with your head up your ass, because you don't actually want to hear the history of America. So let me tell you what this country is. When we as white people were too lazy to do our own jobs, we stole black people from Africa on the Middle Passage. 1.2 million died. Sharks would follow the boats, waiting for the bodies. And then we kept them as fucking animals. Beat them, whipped them, put them in trees, fed them to fucking alligators, burnt down their Wall Street. Then we put Asians in internment camps. Women couldn't even fucking vote or have rights or credit or no-fault divorce until the 80s. 1860s, the Supreme Court said black people weren't even citizens. And part of this country doesn't want to fucking hear that. I'm a patriot. You're a piece of shit, is what you are. You're not a fucking patriot. You're a nationalist. You don't want to actually talk about American history. You want to talk about white history, which is why you don't want slavery in the Smithsonian, because it offends your version of American exceptionalism. We are a shithole country. We're not even the greatest country in North America. And once again, if you don't like it, ship your ass back to England. You don't have to announce your departure. Deport yourself. Go back to where you came from, because this isn't your fucking land. It belonged to the Native Americans until we shit on it. And then Andrew Jackson, may he rot in hell, made over 300 treaties with the 5 tribes. And he ignored all of them through the Trail of Tears, and we forced them to walk, and 16,000 died. But hey, don't you dare criticize this country, white man. If you don't like it, you can leave. America's the best of the best of the best. Y'all have fucking concepts of brains like you have concepts of what history is. This country has been a shitty country for everybody that doesn't look like me. And now what you're seeing with a podcaster, even though 47,000 people died from gun violence, the white people finally got a fraction of an inch of what a black person has dealt with since the fucking beginning of this experiment. And now you guys, oh, the rapture is coming. Oh, put Charlie's name's Kirk on a Starbucks. Oh my God, cancel Starbucks. Oh, this is the Great Awakening. Jesus is coming. He spoke to me. Jesus didn't speak to you after Ahmaud Arbery was chased down by 3 white supremacists? U.S. citizens, by the way. God didn't speak to you then? How about Uvalde, when the cops sat on their asses for an hour and watched children just fucking get murdered? God didn't speak to you then? How about 2 weeks before the podcaster? 6-year-olds were gunned down in a church, praying with Bibles and 10 Commandments on the wall. God didn't speak to you then? Oh, all of a sudden you want to weaponize the name of God because your white privilege got shit on. And even when you hear this, your little fucking fragile brains can't even handle the truth because you're so fucking racist. That's what this is about. It's not about taxes or tips or making your life better or universal health care or bringing the price of your housing down. They haven't done shit in this Klan administration. Not a goddamn thing. Except for sit on his fat ass in Gulf and rename the Gulf of Mexico and shit on non-white people. And you're like, yeah, praise Jesus. Woo, praise Jesus. Yeah, America first. And your dumbasses don't even realize that the US dollar has gone down by 17%. That all your trade partners are not using us anymore. And then at some point, when the debt is cashed in from Canada and China and Japan, they're going to cash it in and the dollar's going to tank. But at least to own the libs, America first, America first. You don't even take care of America first. 36.8 million people live in poverty. 14 million kids go to school hungry. 46,000 people die every year from gun violence. Not a fucking thing from you pro-life people. But Charlie Kirk, a podcaster, oh, it's the Great Awakening. You are what's wrong with this country. You're selfish. You're racist. You're white supremacist. You're misogynist. You voted for a Klan leader that is an adjudicated rapist. He fucking raped women, and you're like, hey, no one's perfect. Would you vote for Hitler? Hey, no one's perfect. I like his tax plan. Yeah, Jeffrey Epstein's done some bad things, but I think, you know what? I don't vote for the man. I vote for the policy. No tax on tips. No one's perfect. Praise Jesus. You have no morality. And you just want white America. Until we deal with this problem, nothing will change. And the reason it hasn't is because people that look like me are still right now hiding behind your privilege. And last week, you saw those people, your cousins, your brothers, your sisters, your friends, your high school people that you don't talk to, they scurried out like a bunch of fucking cockroaches. Oh, Charlie Kirk, Charlie Kirk, Charlie Kirk, podcaster. Nothing, not a goddamn thing about anything else that this guy's done. Not the rape, not the insurrection, not the felonies, not asking for black people to be executed in New York, not the white supremacy, not insulting women, calling them ugly, not a goddamn thing. But the white podcaster, somehow, that's a bridge too far, and I'm just going to have to correct you. That is why we're here. They were fine with everybody else getting treated like crap. But until something touched their white privilege, then they cared. They're not Christians. They're not people of faith. They're modern-day Pharisees. They are the remnants of the lost cause. And that point in time is where we failed as a country. Robert E. Lee was a piece of shit slave owner. May he rot in hell. But to them, the lost cause, oh, it was about states' rights. No, it wasn't. Mississippi said, we want to keep slavery because the black man, in their words, the Negro, are the only people that can work in the tropical sun. And it will be detrimental to the commerce of the states if it's done. So basically, their stance was God made black people to serve the white man. Does that sound like a states' rights issue? Does it? But instead of accepting it, you guys lied to yourself. And then once again, 2020, oh no, it was rigged. Did you see Martin Luther King go to violence? Rosa Parks? John Lewis? But the white man lost an election and they believed the lie, so they get away with beating officers with American flagpoles. They're patriots, but if you kneel before a flag peacefully, you're a son of a bitch. Funny how that works. Make America white again. Until we deal with this, we will never get out of this. And if it has to burn to the ground, then so be it. Because this is why we're here. This is the only reason we're here. And if you want to go back to the economics part, that's cool. But go look at the Hurricane Katrina documentary. You know what happened? Certain parts, when they were rebuilt after the flooding, they were primarily black. You know what happened? The white man raised the rent by 2 and 3 times. What do you think happened to those black communities? Oh yeah, I'll let you know. Spoiler alert, it turned to a white community. Why? Because they didn't want to pay black people a fair wage. So when you say, I don't have privilege, fuck off. Have you had to give a talk to your kid? Have you had your house redlined? Was your house valued more? Were you called the N-word? Did you have to give your kid the talk? Then fuck off with your white privilege. Just because you're poor doesn't mean you don't have privilege. It means that you're treated differently than everybody else. That's what white privilege is. And you can shove it up your ass. Have a white day.
Hey, shalom. I know, I'm just messing with you. I know, but he said everything we needed to hear, right? That's all in the nutshell. We could have closed it out right there. You know, but nah. But hey, man, listen. Hey, and there's nothing wrong with being a racist. I'll tell you that. I'll throw that out there real quick. You know, because hey, how about Shimei Shai's a racist, man? To be a racist just means you're for your people. You see? But what Esau has done is he's taken his stance for his people and went around the earth, right, claiming superiority and killing everybody and stealing their land and their cultures. You see, that's what he did. Okay? But to be a racist isn't, hey, again, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is a racist, man. He's for his people, man. Yahweh Bashim Yahushua loves Israel, and that's it. You see? Straight up. And we know this. I'm speaking to the choir, to which you beloved Akim and Akwa, for those of you that know. But for those of you that don't know, yeah, the God of the Bible and his only begotten son. Hey, listen, Yahweh Shai only came for Israelites, man. All right? Point blank, period. And you don't got to believe it if you don't want to. But you'll find out when he comes. But needless to say, hey, and after watching that video again, I retract my previous statement, man. Hey, old boy might be a Jake. Oh boy, he just might be a speckled bird, man. He just might be. Because he got an animosity towards this place, man. You know? He's enraged with this place, man. Man, listen. Hey, he could be a Jake. But hey, again, we'll find out. We'll find out through the spirit. The moral of the story, all right, the whole point we're making in this lesson is that what? Esau Edom, the self-proclaimed white man, his time is drawing near. His time is drawing near. This man is in a position, okay, where this is about to happen, man. Let's go here. Let's go to the book of let me look this over here. Let's go to the book of Isaiah, chapter 14 and verse 21, and it reads, prepare slaughter for his children. Why, Lord? For the iniquity of their fathers, man. Okay? Prepare slaughter for his children for the iniquity of their fathers. We're coming into the time, all right, where the recompense is about to be in full effect on you Edomites, man. You see? That debt is about, you got to pay that debt. All right? That bill's got to get paid. All right? All the bloodshed, all the raping, all the robbing, all the murdering, all the lying. That debt's going to have to get paid now, man. You see? Hey, and at the end of the day, let's continue on. Prepare slaughter for his children for the iniquity of their fathers, that they do not rise nor possess the land, nor fill the face of the world with cities, man. Right? Esau Edom, the self-proclaimed white man, is going to be stopped. You see? He's going to be stopped. And as it tells us in Job, right? If his children be multiplied, right? Let's go there. The book of Job, chapter 27. It was like towards the bottom here. Right here. The book of Job, chapter 27 and verse 13. It reads, this is the portion of a wicked man with power, and the heritage of oppressors, man. Right? So this is what's owed unto you, man. This is what you're heir unto. All right, because a heritage goes back to an heir. All right, when you're heir to something, it's owed unto you. All right, so this is what's owed unto you, you wicked, which is Esau, Edom, the self-proclaimed white man. But so on the Malachi 1 and 4, right, which they shall receive of the Almighty. See, so it's Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is going to deliver this recompense to you, man. All right, showing you that it's inescapable. Your judgment that's coming is inescapable, man. All right, everything that this man was everything this man was bringing forth, and we bring it forth. You know, we testify against evil E with all his atrocities, man. Okay, and it's all been unanswered until now. We're in the time now where everything that this man has done is about to be a recompense for it, man. As I mentioned earlier, the chickens are about to come home to roost, man. He's about to get paid back for everything he's done. You see, look. If his children be multiplied, It is for the sword, man. And we know that sword in its perfection are those intercontinental ballistic missiles, those ICBM missiles, man. All right, that Esau, Edom, the self-proclaimed white man, right, in the form of Abraham, Esau, Robert Oppenheimer, and many others, right, these physicists, right, have brought forth through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, man. Just so their own sword can enter into their own heart, as it tells us in Psalms 37, man. You see that? If their children be multiplied, if his children be multiplied, it is for the sword, right? And his offspring shall not be satisfied with bread, man. Okay, so Kahalayim La Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, man. Hey, keep it coming, E. All right? Keep it coming. And, you know, if he is an Edomite, you know, the rest of them that have a lot to say about this place, man. All right, we're not going to see the end. This is not the last video we'll see of, you know, these you know, self-proclaimed white people having a lot to say about the society, man. You know, because they're coming to they're at the point where they come to the conclusion that they've been duped. They've been duped, man. You see? They've been duped. But there's no one that's been duped more than the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. All right? And in these coming days, when the judgment comes forth, the judgment that the men of the Lord from the elders and apostles of Great Millstone on down have been proclaiming, okay, regarding what the scriptures say, all right, the type of judgment that's going to come upon Babylon the Great, the place where we will oppress together, man, the northern and southern kingdom, right? And our blood was shed at an alarming rate, man. This land is soaked with our blood, as it tells us in Revelation 17. All right, the type of judgment that's going to come upon this place, all right, in the days to come, by Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, it's going to be undeniable, man. That is of power beyond you mere mortals' comprehension. Oh, and don't worry, it's not going to be a secret. All right, because them chariots you see flying around that you call UFOs, they're gonna get up close and personal with you, man. They're gonna get real intimate with you. Okay, and then ultimately, when it's all said and done, okay, you're gonna see Yahweh Shai himself crack through these clouds, man, and all his power, splendor, and glory. Okay, and guess what? When you see him, he's not going to look the way you think he does. All right? Nor is he going to be in the mood that you think he's going to be in. Okay? Yahweh Shai is coming in the rage and the wrath and the anger of his father. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai is pissed, man. And you people are about to find that out. All right? Everybody outside of the elect. Lord willing, we're part of that precious number. Lord willing, we're part of the elect, man. Because everybody outside of it, you about to feel something, man. All right, starting with Evil E. All right, and then 2/3 of you, Jake, that refuse to repent. You think this is a game. You think we're playing dress up. You think we're for your entertainment. You're misusing the prophets, right? But that calamity is going to come upon you as well, man. You scorners, you scoffers, right? You renegade women of the tribes. You see? And the rest of you heathen, man. Okay, the Lord's going to settle the score with you, man. And Lord willing, is sooner than later. Because we're ready to get the hell out of here, man. But hey, that's all I got, beloved. I got to get out of here. You know what I mean? Go get my workout on through the spirit. You know what I mean? But needless to say, Lord willing, you Akiyam and Akwath were edified, you know, through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Lord willing, you were edified. Lord willing, you were spiritually fed. Hey, and you already know, hey, seek ye first the kingdom of heaven, man. Okay? Look up. Our salvation draw, our redemption draw nigh, man. We are close. Keep watching. Keep praying. Hey, the Day of Atonement is around the corner. It's on the 30th evening to the October 1st evening. Okay? So, hey, it's right around the corner. It's that Tuesday to Wednesday. This week, Tuesday evening to Wednesday evening, man. So let's lock in, you know, and let's get ready to get out of here, man. All right? Our salvation draw now. We out of here, man. Hey, all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah, Kodash. Hey, double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, where I learned this 144% truth. Lord willing, you Akiyam and Akwath were edified. Hey, Shalom.